bad. Okay, I'm doing a Halloween tutorial. It's gonna be a talk through, which like, I don't even remember the last time I did something like that. That was a talk through. We're doing Morticia Addams. I don't know if you could tell by the title of the video probably, and also my dress. Fun fact, this is the first dress I ever wore to an event, like a makeup event. It's very booby. First of all, I asked you in my community tab if you were even interested in this, and I was shocked by the amount of people who wanted to see it. And a bunch of you were like, don't mess around. Like, we're doing Angelica Houston, right? Icon, you know? Such an icon. Real glam. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I ordered these like long red, like pointy red nails from Amazon. I'm worried that they're not gonna come in time. Oh, just really quickly, I have a feeling this video is gonna go up before my video talking about LASIK. I did get LASIK kind of, and so right now my vision is just like a little bit hazy. It kind of looks like everything has a beauty filter on it. So I'm a little worried that I'm gonna like do something and it's gonna look perfectly like smooth and blended to me, and it's not actually going to be. So just if I miss something, that's why. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start with the eyelids. I'm gonna prime with my Anastasia primer. I'm gonna use a really small amount of this. Fun fact, I dressed up as Wednesday Addams when I was a kid, and I entered this like Halloween costume contest and I won. I'll reach out to my mom and see if I can like insert the photo because it's pretty ridiculous. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with cool tone, but I'm actually gonna start off with something kind of like in between. So I'm gonna start off with the matte fluid eye paint in Smell Before Rain from About Face. So I want deep crease here, and then I wanna bring it like that, essentially. And I'm gonna go in with my little Rephr 13 brush and start blending that immediately. So she has those really gorgeous, deep eye sockets. I'm gonna use this as my base. So it's not exactly a warm color, it's kind of like somewhere in between. But it's also just gonna act as like a really nice base for the rest of my powder. So right up to the like inner part of the brow, and then kind of like swooping it down. I don't know what I want to use first. I think I'm gonna start off with this shade, and then we're obviously gonna move in this direction. Start like kind of building that up on top of Smell Before Rain. Again, bringing it up to the inner part of the brow, and then bringing it, like kind of swooping it down. If you're someone who has hooded lids, but you have a lot of room up here, this is a really great way to cheat like that really gorgeous, like defined eye socket. I don't want to blend. Oh my God, every word sounds so weird to me right now. I don't know why. I don't want to blend that out up too much because I want that like nice and defined brow bone. I'm just going to bring it to the outer corner a little bit. You don't necessarily have to do your eyes first if you don't like to, but I am going to be going in with black shadow, and I just want to make sure that I'm not ruining the face, especially because we're going to be using very light colors for her. Ziva, what are you doing? Wait, I need a video of this. The fuck? Oh, Ziva! What the fuck? That crazy cat. Oh my God. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the gray shade, this color. I'm gonna use that same brush. Gonna build it up out here. Bringing it onto the outer part of the lid. So focusing it in here. Again, I'm not gonna worry about being perfectly blended until I have my foundation on. And just blending what's left over up here. I guess I'll use my Rephr 02 brush, this little guy. And I'm gonna dip into the black, this color. So really like intensify. Ziva. Jesus. So especially here, and then kind of like bringing it up like that. And then we're gonna do some swooping, but I'm gonna like kind of bring it back, kind of where that like gray was. But I wanna really intensify this, this kind of shape. So really, really defining that crease, that fake eye socket. You obviously don't have to use as many shades, but when you do, it creates a lot more like depth and makes it a lot easier to blend. I'm gonna dip into my Hindash palette. I'm gonna use lines. I'm gonna use the Shayla large shader brush, and I'm gonna pat this all over the lid, which feels a little tickly since the LASIK. A little tickly. So for the eyes, like especially for the lower lash line, I'm feeling like Morticia meets Marilyn Monroe. Mostly because I just watched Blonde and I like can't get that makeup look out of my head right now. Is there anything better than that shape? Like, it's just so hot. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do like highlight or anything. I might improvise a little bit for the lower lash line. So I'm gonna do essentially the same thing. I'm gonna throw down Smell Before Rain and blend that out. Grab that purpley kind of brown on my Refer 28 brush and blend right at the lash line. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the gray, focus it right on the outer part. I'm mixing the gray and the black just to do a little bit more definition up here on the outer part of the eye. And then I'm gonna take what's left over and just intensify that very outer part on the lower lash line. So I'm keeping I think I'm gonna keep the waterline naked, mostly because I did just get LASIK. I don't wanna be super rough on my eyes when I'm removing my makeup. So I kind of just want to leave that like open. You can obviously put a black in there. You could put a white in there. I think this look will like flatter kind of, or anything will essentially flatter this look. I think I'm going to start off with the House Labs foundation just because like it is quite fair. This one is in the shade 030. First I'm going to prime underneath my eyes with my Milk under eye primer. I'm using my new Kosas sponge. I'm gonna use my wig from when I did Maddie from Euphoria. Bro, I got LASIK 3 days ago and I'm doing my makeup. It's like so crazy. And I'm allowed to, just so you know. That video hasn't gone up yet. I was on the fence about this foundation. And like I said, I'm looking through a beauty filter right now. So you guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are. But I do kind of think I like it. A little bit goes a really long way. I'm just gonna go in with a tiny bit of my Tarte Creamy Shape Tape in Light Sand, just here to add a little coverage. I'm gonna use the REM Beauty, what's this called? Sweetener Concealer? This is Fair 5W, which is quite light. So we're gonna do some serious highlighting right now. And I'm using this new brush from Refer that I just got recently that's really fun. It's the 33 brush. So I'm gonna pick that up directly. And I'm gonna just kind of like sketch a little bit of this out in the areas where she's like very highlighted. It's like a combination of very, very white makeup and also the lighting that they use on her. Just glam as fuck. Right here in the chin. Really hitting like a spotlight on the forehead. Blend that into the skin. So for my contour, I'm gonna use that super cool toned one from Julep, which is actually an eyeshadow stick, but whatever, if I can find it. So this is by Julep Beauty. This is in the shade Stone. Lift here. She also has, I mean, obviously Angelica Houston and I have very different shaped faces. I'm using this brush, this new, once again, new brush from Refer, number 36. For my cheekbones, I'm gonna do that like skull contour, or like that. And then straight down. I'm gonna work one side at a time because this is an eyeshadow. That same Refer brush. I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just do a little bit of blending around the edges. I want to keep that shape though. Obviously, gotta go just under the chin. You gotta get that snatch, you know what I mean? I like this brush. It's nice, it's very soft. Something I love about Halloween makeup, I look like Gomez. That's funny. Like everything can be like way more intense. So you can intensify like your contour or leave it a little unblended. Not unblended, but like just more intense. Like it doesn't have to look so natural. Dude, I legit look like fucking Gomez with the short hair. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, for my brows, I'm gonna use Dark from Refi. I wanna keep them thin and lifted. And brush that through, but I don't want it to like go too far. I don't want them to be thick, so I'm just making sure that I don't have like thick lines or anything. I'm doing a little spot concealing. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it with the wig on. Okay, it's Morticia. We obviously need a wing. So I'm gonna use this liquid liner from Ofra. So keeping it pretty lifted. I don't even know if they make this stuff anymore, but I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie Setting Powder, Easy Bake Setting Powder. I'm gonna use a very small amount of this because it is pretty intense, but it's bright white. And then for the other parts of my face, I'm gonna use the Haus Labs Setting Powder. I am going to use a little bit of my Wayne Goss contour just to intensify the shape a little bit that we created. So I'm using the Radiance Boosting Face Palette, the light taupe shade, just to kind of like set and intensify this effect. This is the most flattering contour I've ever done. This looks good on my face shape. I'm into it. I'm into the skull contour. I wish I could make it this intense all the time. I'm worried about my nose contour because I'm bad at it when I don't have hazy vision. Just don't judge me too harshly. So I'm gonna dip back into my Hindash palette. I'm gonna set my brow bone with that matte white. I guess I'll use this little angled brush from Shayla, the Sigma Shayla E09 angled brush. And I'm gonna pick up the black from the Viseart palette. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Marilyn like lower lash line flick. And then I'm gonna basically bring that in. So lining my whole eye to here, just kind of like underneath, but keeping it tight. Okay, so I'm gonna use lashes. I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply the new Tower 28 mascara only to my upper lashes. I'm gonna use the half lashes from Auric. These are in the style Clouded, because they're just like pokey enough, you know, but not too much. They're like spiky enough to complement this like lift without like covering up that gorgeous like fake eye socket that we created. So I just watched some YouTube clips. She actually does have shimmer on her eyes. So I'm gonna use this, I just struggled to find like a stark white shimmer in my collection, which is kind of ridiculous. This is from GoPlay Cosmetics. It's just like essentially a stark white shimmer. I'm gonna use my Sigma E54 brush, pick that up and then mist it so it doesn't go all over the place. I'm gonna do the same thing on the lid. For my lower lash line, I don't think I'm gonna use any mascara. I think I'm just going to create these little, she kind of has like spiky lower lashes. I had some that would have been perfect, but I can't find them. So instead, I'm gonna use the black from the Viseart palette, and I'm gonna use the edge of that Sigma Shayla angled brush, and I'm just gonna draw little like triangles, kind of. I don't want them to be too long. I don't want to bring too much attention to the lower lash line. And if those don't look perfect, I like really, they just are so hazy to me. Give me a break. Today's actually the most comfortable my eyes have been though, which is nice. I'm gonna start off by lining my lips with MAC Night Moth, just for definition. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with About Face Serrated Bite. I'm blending that with my Rougher 21 brush. Fuck. Detail work is kind of difficult on account of the haziness. All right guys, here's the finished makeup look before the wig and all of that. I just want to show you an up close of everything. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so obsessed. It's dope. See, this is how I know I could never look good with a shaved head. I look like an elf. Bro, thankful for my pixie. Jesus, this is too much to deal with. My hair couldn't do this if it tried. My hair couldn't do this if I got like injections of like collagen or whatever the fuck makes your hair grow. All right, well, her hair is like very much brushed up and off, but like this is a wig. There's only so much we can do here. You can see some little platinum hairs coming through. And we are Morticia. My nails haven't come. I'm so depressed. I feel like it really would have made the look. All right, guys, well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed. I love this. It's so glam, so fab. Like, oh, oh my God, did my nails come? Oh my God, I'll be right back. I'm gonna be like opening my door like, all right, well, I'll obviously include shots with the nails because I know it's just gonna elevate things. But I'll just sign off now. This is a crazy wig. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you're gonna do Morticia. I truly did not think that you guys would be interested in this, but it was honestly so much fun, so glam, like amazing. I really hope that some of you guys do recreate this. I hope you enjoy your Halloween. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you have any suggestions. Jesus, long, you know, people with long hair, like what do you do? All right guys, thanks for watching and I will see, I hit my mic. Thanks for watching and I will see you soon. Watch out for my LASIK video, by the way. That'll be up next. Oh, I got all messy. Fuck. These were a bitch to put on and like, so DIY. I don't even want to talk about it. You'll probably see tape. I don't want to talk about it. I don't look good with long hair. I don't know what people are talking about. I had to like stuff this with stuff to make my head shape not look weird.